welcome to today's meditation. We're going to do a blue flame meditation. I'll read you guys a little something, and we'll take it from there. So this is really just to put everything in scope. So as I'm reading through this, sharing with you, just get into your position. If you've got something that's violet near you, or you can grab it, now would be a great time to do that. You can feel free to pause and get something. Just have that representation. We're working with this color, this energy, and we have it in the candles here in front of you, so it is present. So, so before I get really started, I'm just going to share with you, I'm not a doctor, so please, when I say the word dis-ease, I mean it from its direct etymology of the word. Now, it is my belief that disease starts on the spiritual plane, and that is looking at the word itself, out of ease. This is out of ease and is maybe comfort or flow. And when I'm out of ease, when I'm uncomfortable, it's going to create a physical manifestation sooner or later. So I might say it might start first spiritually, and then psychologically, and then physically, and it can happen in any order, actually. But spiritually transcends that space and time. So kind of have the loophole there, and depending on where your mind is, your psyche can as well. So I got asked to create this sound healing bath meditation using the violet flame because it had been revealed in a previous meditation that I was sharing, and it sparked a lot of interest. So to get really prepared for you guys, I sat in a meditation prior, as I always do, so I can be at full capacity. Got a 3-month-old, and definitely been spending a lot of energy there. So got to spend a little time in meditation. I took a really nice inward journey on this idea of the violet flame and what to bring here today for the message for everybody that listens to this, that goes through this. So I'm going to tell you about my own journey, and it's for perspective. You can use it in the same way, set the same kind of intention as I did, or you can focus on any area of your life. I'm going to just give you my story as a point of reference. So the one most important thing with all of this work is you make it your own. That I firmly believe that comes from within you. So I'm just giving you my story as a signpost. So I started envisioning my essence, just like that energy inside of me, that life force. I laid down, closed my eyes, got tuned to my breath, and just started looking at that essence, that life force that's within inside of me. And as I dove deep within, I just felt like I was on a roller coaster, and it felt like there was a slideshow of memories around me. And it was going so quickly, I couldn't dive into any one of them specifically. But I started to notice a pattern, that they were all scenes in relationships I had. Some of them intimate, some of them friends, some of them work relationships. And as I looked deeper, I could see they were all just unresolved moments, just pure moments that happened where maybe I acted out of integrity, or felt like I did, or had some story about the time, and didn't resolve whatever it was that was presented to me in a matter where there was harmony left from that moment. And these were all moments. A lot of them were really, really small things. It might have been like what I got somebody for their birthday, right? And the amount of time I did or did not put into it, and how I left feeling after that moment. So these are all things that are kind of the small things in one scope, but they got tucked away and they were forgotten. And I realized they were all moments where I might have hurt somebody because of my own insecurities, or moments where I felt hurt because of, at first glance, their insecurities, which then, of course, showed right back to me how I built evidence to support the perspective I had that allowed me to keep this moment unresolved because I was in the right in some way and wasn't owning up to something. And these were all moments that had a certain emotion attached to them, like a feeling of either shame, guilt, or regret, or a desire to just like reconcile them. They just weren't clean in my life, just things that just didn't end in that harmony as I mentioned before. And as I began to cycle through the memories and I would look at them in multiple perspectives now, I could grab onto one memory and look at it from the perspective where it was unresolved, and then have the whole forgiveness conversation and really start cleaning things up and look at it from how it helped them to grow and how everything was here to serve me. Well, as I was looking at the multiple perspectives, before I got to that point where I could start to forgive, I noticed that I was actually still punishing myself in these little moments. So it was a matter of like, I'm beginning to forgive myself. And it was in that moment where I started forgiving myself for any of these things that I was hanging on to. It didn't matter whatever the other person was doing, what they were feeling. It was a matter of me hanging on to moments that had been since forgotten, that were left unclean. Any sin in my life or toxin in my life. And as I began to forgive myself, the violet flame began to burn. I started to consume these images and transmute them into pure light. It started lifting energy from my heart. I started to feel like clearer conscious in my mind and realize that all is so eternally forgiven. This violet flame to me represents the merger of the red and blue flames, which give it that violet color and also give it a nurturing feminine energy and that force or heat of the masculine energy. If you ever watch a flame, the blue flame is got a very masculine energy to it. It's like pointed at a certain direction, whereas that orangey red flame does a beautiful dance. And they come together and form this beautiful violet flame. And this flame, I remind you, is birthed within you. It's not something I can give you. It's not something that somebody comes and shows up and gives you. You could say there's saints that represent the purple flame or the violet flame. Say crystals do. They're really just tokens. These are things, this is all present within you already. It's all within you. And you do that by merging these entities together. So in your visualization today, in the sound, look for this. Look for this. And then the final thing I would like to share with you is just a reminder, we are all already whole. We are all already healthy and complete. We are in integrity. It's actually removing the disease. It's removing the doubt, the shadow, any of that stuff within us, the insecurities, the falseness. That's all it is. It's removing those moments where we're hanging on to things from the past in anything but pure joy, pure bliss. And if we hang on those things in the past, we carry them into the future. So the healing really starts at forgiving. And to forgive is to forward give, to give to forward, like give over to what's happening forward. It's all fully in a gift like this life, your presence. So this is just one method to remove that disease. So I invite you to close your eyes if you haven't already. Hopefully you've been breathing this whole time. Now as a reminder to come back to the centeredness of that breath. breath. This flame is inside of you. So when you're breathing here, notice how chest expands and contracts. The shoulders rise and fall. Belly expands and contracts. Notice all the subtle nuances how the body needs to move. Start looking inward. The cells moving throughout the body, fused with this breath, spirit. Begin bringing your attention to your core, where you feel your core at. Some of you may feel it lower than others, or higher than others. Begin breathing into that spot, that area. Notice how it expands with light. It becomes brighter, brighter, brighter. Feel the power and the energy within you. And suddenly, 3 doors appear in front of you. Choose any of these doors. And open it, walk through to a new space. You notice there are walls, images, they change over and over, reveal into you a pattern. Notice your breath moving through with ease all these moments. rising, orange and red, blue and green. As each moment is being alchemized into pure bliss. Notice a clearing, an increase in light as these flames are merging, creating a beautiful violet flame running through your core. From your deepest of deepest, rising up within, consuming, gently caressing and nourishing. The beauty to be alive, freedom of the spirit. Noticing each cell becoming brighter in body. Every bit of you free, pure ease. Turning the attention back to the breath. Noticing the connection between the spirit world, the physical world. This flame is the bridge. This flame is of you. Say to yourself, this flame is of me. I am whole. I am healthy. so it is. You may choose to sit here for a little while, contemplate what that means for you. When you're ready to come out, just use whatever process intuitively works for you. God bless and good day.